What's going on today, guys? So today is going to be the start of my breast cancer awareness pops. And as you guys know, I think I've kind of shared this on some of the live streams. I am like very dedicated to October as being breast cancer awareness month. So much so, I have a ridiculous amount of pink shirts that I wear all October long. So this week, I'm only going to be wearing pink. So in this week of October, it's going to be my Funko breast cancer awareness week. Guys, and this is a really serious topic, but I'm not going to get into the serious side of it. We're going to talk about these pops that I picked up. So I picked up all four of these guys, but I'm going to break it down into two videos only because I know that it's going to stretch out really long, and some of us don't have time to watch really long ones, so I'm just going to break it into two. That way it's going to feel better that way, right? I got you. So we're going to go over Wonder Woman. So when you grab these boxes, the first thing you notice from these boxes is the fact that they are this bright neon pink, which I think is really awesome. And like I said a minute ago, I wear a lot of pink in the month of October when it comes to breast cancer awareness. She's number 350 out of the group. This box just deserves a little bit of look through, right? So I'm just gonna give you a peek. Now on the back, they tell you how much they donated to breast cancer awareness and stuff. And if you wanna read that, hit pause right now and go ahead and take a look at that. But this box is really awesome. And I'm going to get these guys out of the box so that we can take a closer look at them. They don't show any more on the back of this, but we know that they made these four, right? So they made Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Harley Quinn. And we know for the New York Con, they're coming out with the Joker. Now, I can't remember if that was a New York Con exclusive only, or if that was one that we're going to see on other... I can't remember. I'm going to have to go back and look at that and see if the Joker was just on that one. So I think the biggest difference between DC and Marvel when you first grab them is the fact that your DC stuff is not bobblehead, right? So she's not a bobblehead. And sometimes I'm not sure which ones I prefer. Do I prefer the bobblehead? Do I not prefer the bobblehead? I really think I prefer not the bobblehead because it just... They feel like they stand better. They all around feel better. Let's take a closer look at her. Now, she is a little small in my opinion, and her body feels very I don't know how to say it. Her body feels very common. Let's put it that way. So this is what I imagine when I go to the Funko app and I see the body and it's like, oh, it's this body, this head. That's the body that I think you see when you go and do that. So I don't know how impressed I am with the stance that they have Wonder Woman in. They have lots of paint mess up in here. Can you see that? There's a ridiculous amount of like paint mess up in there, from her skin tone to her earrings. Her suit itself looks like it was done okay, but it looks like it could have been done thicker. I don't really know what's going on with these shorts. I'm wanting to say that they went after this 80s maybe Wonder Woman, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not really impressed with this paint job that they got on her at all. It seems off, and it feels forced, and you can just see the paint spillover on her face and her headband and her earrings. That her suit doesn't look like it was done dark enough. This is not one of my favorite pops, but because of the cause that's behind it, I still like the pop and I still like the box, and this is definitely an in the box collection. This is not an out of the box collection by any means. I mean, she feels small. She feels small. Let's move on to Superman now. So Superman has the same box design. The difference is they have his Superman logo there, the Superman logo on the back. He is 349 out of the group. They don't show any of them on the back, but like I said a second ago, we all know that there's 4 plus 5 that they've come out with in the New York Con. Anytime something is getting behind breast cancer or something like that, I'm going to be with them, just because it is such a really, really awesome cause. Getting him open is going to be a little difficult, and I hope that his paint job is done better than hers. I really do. Guys, if you haven't went over and checked out my Patreon, go check that out. The Patreon only giveaway will be coming up here in, I think, less than a week. at this point, so I don't think it won't be this Friday, but it'll be next Friday. The Patreon only giveaway will be coming out. So well, no, it'll be this Friday. This Friday is the Patreon only giveaway. So if it's not something that you've checked out, make sure you go check that out. There's only a couple of days away. The Patreon only giveaway will be coming up. We're going to be doing the Franken Freddy for this month's Patreon only giveaway. It's a lot of fun. The Patreon's more fun than I would have ever expected it to be, and now I'm kind of a little upset that I waited as long as I did to start one. But I waited that long to make sure that I had the idea in my mind and was able to pull it off in a really, really nice way. So Superman himself looks better than Wonder Woman. He still feels really small. I'm gonna grab one of my other pops here in a second and just compare these guys. Let's take a closer look at him. This Superman still feels really small. I don't like the stance that they have them in, but I'm wanting to say that this must be like some kind of an 80s style that maybe they were going after. That's what I want to believe. The paint job on him looks like it's a little better than Wonder Woman. I don't see like huge paint spillovers here and there. I really like the addition to this cape. I mean, you can tell that the cape's glued onto him, but it's still really awesome that they took the time to get that in there like they did. He's a really well done pop, and I'm going to tell you, I really feel like he is small, and everything about him feels small, and I'm going to have to compare him to another pop and just see what that looks like. Hey, so y'all know that like my number one comparison in this studio is Babe Ruth. So I use Babe Ruth to pretty much compare everything. My 10-inch pops, my regular pops, my 6-inch pops. Babe Ruth has just somehow became like the comparison pop. So this is the one that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put him beside these guys, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. You can tell that right from just looking at them to begin with that Babe Ruth is a lot bigger than these guys, and Superman doesn't want to stand straight up. He kind of wants to lean against that cape, which is kind of odd. They didn't come with any stands. So I think that these pops were for a great cause. I feel like they did a really good job making these pops. I feel like maybe they dropped the ball with speeding through them and not taking a whole lot of attention to detail when they did them. They did a great job with the box. I love the boxes on these guys. These are really, really awesome boxes. I think these are going to go really well on a shelf because it's going to have such a different view with just the box versus the rest of the boxes that you have in your pops, right? Because how many pops do we have that have these pink boxes? 0 that I'm aware of. I could be wrong about that, but they feel rushed. They feel small. I mean, just looking at the two of them, I mean, he is definitely smaller than Babe Ruth. His eyes are smaller. His head is smaller. His body looks like it's squatty, which is also kind of odd. It's not something that I'm used to seeing with a Funko. So he has this kind of squatty style body instead of standing straight up. Maybe that's why he feels so small, but it's like I said, these guys feel rushed, and they seem weird. They're smaller than the rest of them. Wonder Woman is a lot smaller than the rest of them, and she's squatty. Also, I don't know why they gave them that squatty pose. Almost like they need to go to the bathroom or something. Look, I'm not 100% sure what they were doing with that, and you can see that Superman doesn't really want to stand straight up. He kind of wants to have this awkward lean against his cape because his cape is so heavy and he is so small. It makes it kind of difficult for him to stand straight up. But like I said, these are definitely an in-the-box collection. If you're an out-of-the-box collector, I'm not going to recommend you buy these at all. You're going to be very disappointed in these guys, and just their presence outside of the box is not as strong as even my Babe Ruth. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel, turn on these notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. My name is Wayne, and this is Wayneko.